Hello, how is everyone today? I apologize. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I've had a lot going on with myself and my wife. Unfortunately, a lot of it hasn't been good. The struggles of chronic illness. And, anyways, I just wanted to mention today, talk about weight loss, because, I've seen a lot of products on the market. Not just recently, but really, my whole life. Products that promise miracle cures and, lose weight fast and so on and so forth. And I'm not here to say that they work or they don't work. I can't possibly say that because I haven't tried them. But it just makes me think of how hard it is to lose weight. It's much easier to gain it. Myself, I'm working on losing a few pounds. And I just thought that I would say that, if you're feeling that you need to lose weight for your self-esteem, your health, all those are good reasons. It's not the end of the world, and you should do what works for you. And if you want to try a medical cure, then, go ahead and do so. I'm quite skeptical. I know exercise and diet is the best thing, and a healthy lifestyle. But the fact that, we live with a few 2 extra pounds on us doesn't mean that our life is over, or that, we should give up. Depression causes weight gain because you eat more, and a lot of people rely on food. And of course, I'm sure that most people know that medication has very devastating side effects, and oftentimes with meds, one of the top 10 or even top 5 side effects is weight gain. These pills, they work to solve a problem, but they create 10 other problems, and the body has to adjust. So, you just keep that in mind. That and again, I'm not telling anyone not to take their medication. I take plenty of medication, not because I want to, but because I feel I have to, and doctors have prescribed it. So it's a real pickle, you could say. But again, it's not a reason to give up. And I know, I've been told too by people that you can be in shape too and be a little overweight. It's not the end of the world. I mean, there's many professions where people are a little overweight. I think of football, for instance, the NFL, the CFL here in Canada. Those linemen, while they get more and more muscular all the time, they're still having weight issues. If you're going to weigh 350 plus pounds to be a lineman, you're going to probably struggle with a little bit of weight. So, there's an example of, an extreme example, but an example of individuals who are a little overweight, but they're able to cope. Now, of course, we're not all star athletes or of that sort, but, when you deal with weight loss, you've got to kind of be easy on yourself. You've got to kind of realize that, well, why am I going through this, and why have I gained all this weight? Well, there could be many reasons. Like I said, a lack of activity and depression, and certainly don't help. And I'm not saying, again, I have a magic wand that I can just make all your weight go away, but it's something just to keep in mind. I mean, society in general doesn't really want to know the struggles of individuals like us that struggle with chronic illness and these problems. You know, they're ready for a quick solution, and I guess their lives are too busy to really think it through. I don't know, but you know, it's not the end of the world. And I think that if you want to lose a bit of weight, that's great, and there certainly are things you can do to do that. And like I said, exercise, and you know, finding out what works, what foods work for you, and don't work for you, because you know there's so many opinions out there, and it's hard to, you know, keep up with all of them. And I mean, it's just overwhelming, to be honest. I'm not going to mention any particular individual or therapy, or you know, someone who says you shouldn't eat this or that. I'm not going to do that. But you know, just in even looking on social media, you know, all of these advertisements, and I mean, it's how do you trust them? How do you know that this is going to work? Well, you have to try it. And of course, most of them want money. And if you're in our position, well, you don't really have that extra money to give them. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. Your doctor can certainly provide you with help. And, you know, of course, there are downfalls to being overweight. There's high blood pressure and cholesterol issues and these types of things. And, you know, again, those are concerns, certainly are concerns. Now, we know there's good and there's bad cholesterol and so on and so forth, but, you know, you shouldn't ignore your doctor's advice either. And if you're told to take a certain medication, then you need to take that. But in general, you know, people can try and strive to do their best. And, you know, it's not always about having a lot of money. I mean, if you're relying on food banks and these types of things, well, then that's, you know, you got to take that consideration. You can't beat yourself up over that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because if you do, then that's even worse. You know, it's going to make your symptoms and your depression and all of that much worse. So I hope these few words of encouragement have helped. I know at times I've got really down about being a little overweight, and you know, it can be discouraging, but I'm just here to tell you that, you know, it's not the end of the world. There are things that can be done, and you can live your life a little overweight, you know, for a period of time, and it'll be okay, you know. So, I mean, do the best you can out there. Certainly nobody wants to be that, you know, that big. It's not always a choice. Like I said, there's lots of contributing factors, and certainly depression. And, you know, when you need a crutch to rely on, and you turn to food, or even drink, maybe, you know, these things, although, you know, if they're not right for a period of time, many find themselves dealing with these problems. I guess you could call them addictions. So, you know, there is hope. Like, it's not the end of the world where, you know, if you've struggled with weight loss, having too much weight, haven't been able to lose weight, you know, it's not the end of the world. There is help out there. And, you know, the best thing to do that I've found is to talk to your doctor. And oftentimes, you know, there's different programs. So there's nutritionalists, you know, there's counselors. There's these people that, you know, are getting paid to help you. And, you know, they're not selling anything. They're not looking to make a fortune and trying to help you. But they can be a big help, because they can help you to work through your particular situation. And that's the most important thing. You know, you can't always rely on what somebody says, because they don't know your particular set of circumstances. So with that, I think I will sign off, and hopefully I've had a little impact for positive on your life, and hopefully you can continue to work through your issues as I continue to do, my wife continues to do, and look forward to better days. So I'll try not to wait as long for the next video, but hopefully everybody can have a good day, and we will talk to you soon.